So there was a Pokemon Direct today, and a lot of what we seen was nothing too crazy, but the important thing was at the very end, and this is the game that we've all been wondering about, and that is Pokemon Legends Z-A or Z-A, however we pronounce that. I don't know. They were talking in Japanese, so we don't really necessarily know. But it is one game. It is not two games. I don't know why it's called Z-A or Z-A or whatever the heck, but it is one game. It takes place in Generation 6 in Pokemon X and Y's world in Lumio City, I believe. And I gotta say, it looks a lot like Pokemon Legends Arceus, of course, which is what we expected because it's another Legends game. But what I'm happy about is that this game takes place, it's coming out this year, right? But it's the only Pokemon game coming out this year. Thank you. I'm so glad about that because I had concerns. I had concerns that they were going to show this game, and then at the end, they were going to show us, like, oh, here's another game coming, and it's coming at the end of the year, and this game's coming in the middle of the year. I am so glad that's not the case. Why? Because we've seen what happened with Legends Arceus and then Scarlet and Violet, yes. That was Scarlet and Violet was a disaster. And they never fixed it because they didn't care, because they already made their 20 million copies in 3 days or whatever the heck. They didn't care. They already got your money. So maybe they took the feedback and they've been taking more time with Pokemon. Now, this isn't a Switch 2 game. Whoever thought this was going to be a Switch 2 game, it's not. It was developed for the Nintendo Switch, not the Nintendo Switch 2. So my theory is that this year we're getting this game, and then next year, holiday of next year, we will either get Black and White remakes or Generation 10. I feel like it'll be Generation 10 because it will have been long enough since Generation 9, as well as the Switch 2 will have been out for over a year, like after this game comes out anyway, after Gen 10 is like coming holiday of next year probably. I would say they probably have been working on it for a little while, and Generation 10 is about from now close to 2 years away, but enough away to where it will use the new hardware and hopefully visuals will look okay and everything else. But that's a whole different topic in itself. Right now, I want to talk about Pokemon Legends Z-A. So what I like about this in Lumio City is that you finally get to see more of this city. I'm so glad we get to go back to X and Y's world, especially in that city, because now we get to see how big that city truly is. Because on the 3DS, you couldn't really see, like, the city was big, but you could only go certain pathways. You couldn't, like, with this game, you can go on top of buildings. You can explore all around. There's, like, wild areas, which I really appreciate that they're kind of doing that in the middle of the city. I don't know if there's cars that actually move. I don't think there was an X and Y. It's been a long time since I played X and Y, but you could ride your like roller skates around in Lumio City, which was kind of cool. So I'm wondering if they're going to take some of those aspects and bring them back, like roller skates or maybe moving vehicles or something. I don't really know, but what I really like is gameplay-wise, they're doing something similar to what they did with Legends Arceus, but improved upon. They're making it to where your Pokemon follow you during battle, so you can dodge attacks by having your Pokemon follow you as you walk around, and I think that is excellent. I think the stuff with the gameplay is basically Arceus but improved upon, and this is what the future of Pokemon should look like. Now, like Scarlet and Violet, listen, you can do an open-world Pokemon game if you do it right. Scarlet and Violet messed up bad. Let's be real here. They messed up bad. They're kind of fun in a way, but the graphically and like the stuff, all the bugs and this and that, there was so much wrong there, and the world needed more. If you know what I'm saying, there was a lot wrong with Generation 9, and you can love the games and that's fine. I just think they're meh, you know. But that being said, if we look ahead to the future, I hope that the future is bright for Pokemon and they really are taking their time now. And it looks to be bright because they're taking more time and not doing yearly Pokemon games anymore. And I hope that becomes the case, stays the case. They could do yearly now since they took a couple years off, but I don't know if that's really the best idea. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We didn't get one last year. And the year before was DLC for Scarlet and Violet, so I think we're doing good. I think we're doing okay. That being said, though, visually, Pokemon Legends Z-A, I think looks fine. It looks improved upon Legends Arceus. I feel like Scarlet and Violet looked worse than Legends Arceus. Am I crazy? I feel like they looked worse. I feel like Legends Arceus looked better than those games, if you ask me personally. But that being said, I think this game graphically looks a little bit similar to Legends Arceus, and that's fine as long as the game's really fun and awesome and really great to play. I will 100% it if I really like it, and it looks like I will, because Legends Arceus was fresh and it was new, and it was a game that I felt like Pokemon was alive again for me. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed like the gym battles with Sword and Shield. I enjoyed certain aspects, small aspects of Scarlet and Violet, not very much to be honest. But I haven't had what I had with Legends Arceus, like that feeling of I really love this game since probably X and Y. Because I put a lot of hours into X and Y. Personally, X and Y. A lot of people maybe Black and White, but I feel like that feeling, I love to see that come back, and I think Legends ZA might have that feeling. Now, the starters, some people might not be a big fan of their choices. They went with Gen 1, 2, and 5. They could have, I'm surprised they didn't go like 3, 4, and 5, but I guess it makes sense that they didn't go with Generation 4 since Legends Arceus was a Gen 4 game. Kind of, I guess, makes sense why they would skip that. I'm going to go with Totodile personally because I love Totodile. It's my favorite Generation 2, like one of my favorite Generation 2 Pokemon. So personally, Totodile is the Pokemon I'm going to start with. Let me know in the comments below what one you're going to start with. But I mean, yeah, I think it looks fine. I don't see many issues. I think I'm actually looking forward to this a little more now because not only is it a new Legends game, and I love Legends Arceus, but it's in Lumio City, and I think that's really cool that we get to actually explore that city more. And I think it would be cool if the tower had like a battling system the way Pokemon XD did. I think that would be also a really cool idea they could throw in there. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. Probably not, unfortunately. But I think it's going to be really fun. As for everything else in the Direct, didn't really matter to me. They showed Pokemon Go. They showed all the other Pokemon spin-off games, this and that. They showed all that stuff, but none of that stuff really matters to me versus the mainline stuff. And maybe a little bit with Pokemon cards, but they didn't show that either. They showed the online game on the phone. So, I don't know. I would say, though, that Legends ZA has given me some good impressions with what they've shown. And that's all I really needed to be like, okay, this is pretty cool. I look forward to seeing a little bit more, and I will get it when it comes out. I already kind of wanted to because it was another Legends game, and I love Arceus. But now, of course, I want it more because they're just kind of improving on what Arceus was. I'm curious if they're going to have like the giant orb type things they had in Arceus with the Pokemon in them, like the shadow Pokemon and stuff like that. I don't remember exactly what they were called. I haven't played the game in a long time. But whatever type of catching systems, sneaking systems, all that stuff that they have, I hope that everything is very similar to Arceus, but improved upon, and that's all we really need. So I would say that this looks like a game that a lot of fans of Pokemon will pick up, and not be hesitant compared to, because if this was, it's smart that they went with a Legends game next after Scarlet and Violet, because if they would have went straight into Generation 10 or Black and White remakes, some people might be hesitant, but they didn't. So whatever they do after this game, which is probably in development, is probably going to go smoothly. Hopefully they wait till holiday of 2026 to release the next game, or games, probably 2, for sure. It's either going to be Gen 10 or Black and White remakes. That being said, that's just my thoughts on Legends Z-A. We could just call it pizza. I mean, I don't know. Freaking Pokemon pizza. Sure. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. I just wanted to give my thoughts on Pokemon Legends ZA a little bit, talking about the Direct a little bit. I didn't really care about anything else in the Direct. This is what mattered. This is what mattered to most people anyways. You know, Pokemon Go, I barely touched the app, so, I mean, cool to those who still play Pokemon Go every day. It's been 9 years. Oh my goodness, it's been almost 9 years since that game came out. Let that sink in. Yikes. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the Direct. Let me know what you think of Pokemon Legends Z-A. Go more into detail on it. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.